Welcome back to Forever Talk Wrestling. It is now officially time for your WWE Hell in a Cell review. So yes, very, very interesting times. And all I want to say before we start getting into it is what a show it was. It was just absolutely incredible. I really did enjoy it, and it's got me really pumped up and excited for WWE Raw that is on tonight. I think it's got a lot of people pumped up for it, and yeah, it's 100% got me really excited for Raw tonight. So yes, wow. Unfortunately, David Tom can't join me today, but hopefully we'll be back soon. But anyway, it's now officially time to get reviewing WWE Hell in a Cell 2020. Let's get right into it. So the show actually all started with a Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns was defending his Universal title against Jey Uso, his cousin, in that rematch. And all I want to say is it was absolutely incredible, and it got us all pumped up for the start of the night overall. And it 100% got me really excited, and it got a lot of us excited to see what was going to be happening on the bloody rest of the show. Absolutely amazing. And yes, I just want to say what a match it was, and what a way to kick off the show and just get everyone ready for it. So yeah, I really did enjoy it. It was absolutely amazing, in my opinion. And yeah, WWE need to keep some of these amazing storyline matches up. Roman Reigns was actually crying in the middle of it. He didn't want to do what he was going to do to Jey Uso, but the way that this match actually ended was Roman Reigns getting Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso's twin brother, in that new submission lock, which he's done, which has beaten Braun Strowman in the past. He got him in that, and then Jey Uso said the words "I quit" because he was hurting Jimmy Uso. And what an interesting way to actually end an "I quit" match. We literally haven't seen one of those before, and seriously, it's good to have different things, and that's part of the reason why I really did enjoy that, is because it was different. But I also want to say literally every single Hell in a Cell match was different, and that's just what kept on making everything better. And yes, it was just absolutely amazing. But look, I really did enjoy seeing all of that, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I really did enjoy it, and that match was just so unique. And yeah, Roman Reigns is still our Universal Champion of the world. And yeah, I tweet says what a show. Yeah, it was an amazing show. Yeah, and some amazing matches in it as well. And yes, I really did enjoy it. I really, really did enjoy it. And that match was just a brilliant way to kick off the show. I don't know how much times I can actually say it. It was just an absolutely amazing start. So yes, but after that match, we got to see Elias versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy versus Elias, whatever way you want to call it. But yeah, this one was just, I did not enjoy the ending. To be completely honest with you, it ended in a disqualification. It wasn't the best of matches that you will ever see from WWE, but I've got to say, it wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it wasn't amazing, it wasn't bad, but yeah, I don't really know what to say. Elias was about to hit Jeff Hardy on the head with his guitar, but Jeff Hardy managed to counter that, and then he grabbed Elias's guitar and whacked Elias round the head with it, and Elias won by disqualification. I assume that this feud's still going to go on. We're probably going to see a lot going on about about it tonight on Raw, which is going to be really interesting. So yeah, and to be honest with you, I'm enjoying, you know, this feud. Just going to see where it's going to go. Yeah, it's all going to be interesting. So, you know, I don't have a massive problem with ending in disqualification, but I just wanted to see it a bit better. And I feel like what's going to happen on Raw is Elias is going to be like, surely he did hit me with the car. He hit me on the head with a guitar. It just makes sense. He's hitting me with a load of stuff at this moment in time. And he actually has the proper proof that Jeff Hardy whacked him with a guitar. But look, I very much doubt Jeff Hardy did hit Elias with a car, because he does not have red hair or a red beard. I think I know who that was. It's Sheamus. But yeah. Anyway, after that match, it was interesting. It just kept on getting better. It was the Money in the Bank contract was on the line. Yes, the Money in the Bank contract was actually on the line. It was Otis defending his Money in the Bank contract in just a normal singles match against The Miz. And what an interesting ending it was. And there's going to be a lot of talk about that on Raw tonight, as Tucker is on Raw. Tucker was involved. And The Miz and Morrison are on Raw as well, which just makes stuff a lot better because, you know, we're hyped. We're ready for Raw tonight, especially after what we saw last night. WWE Hell in a Cell. Tucker turned on Otis, and The Miz is now the new Mr. Money in the Bank. And he's going to be walking around with that Money in the Bank briefcase for a long time. And yeah, I just guess we might see a feud between Tucker and Otis. I don't know. They're in separate shows. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. But overall, I thought the match was great. John Morrison got banned from ringside, but that didn't affect Miz because Tucker whacked Otis on the head with the briefcase Otis's briefcase that he was holding, but it's not Otis's anymore. It belongs to The Miz. So yeah, but I just want to say it was really interesting, and I'm really excited for tonight. And yeah, what an interesting ending that was. That was rumored as well, but yeah, that was interesting. That was very interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing ending to it. So yes, after that, we saw after that we did get to see Sasha Banks versus Bayley inside WWE Hell in a Cell for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which it was a brilliant match. It was an absolutely brilliant match. To be completely honest with you, I really did enjoy it. And yes, and what a result it was. Sasha Banks is the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and that's her first ever SmackDown Women's Championship. And she got a really important pay-per-view win, and I've been saying it a lot though, haven't I? Sasha Banks' pay-per-view record isn't great, but she did manage to get the win. The United said, I can't believe Tucker turned on Otis, so I can't either. But yeah, Sasha Banks got the victory against Bayley, and it's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? And I was so happy with that result. So happy with that result. It was inside Hell in a Cell. It was an absolutely brilliant match. It ended with Sasha Banks literally getting Bayley into the bank statement, but she put the chair that Bayley's been carrying around, the one that she assaulted Sasha Banks with, onto her head, and then did the bank statement. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just that's the best I can explain it. But it was just absolutely amazing. Bayley tapped out because it's no disqualification. You can do whatever you want. It's inside Hell in a Cell. There's nowhere to run. Sasha Banks is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. I was absolutely delighted with that result. I was absolutely delighted. And check out the Hell in a Cell watch along if you want to see mine and David's reactions. They were crazy. But yes, to the whole Hell in a Cell, check out the watch on if you haven't already, if you do want to. And drop a like on this video as well if you haven't already. But So after that match, we saw two members of the Hurt Business backstage. But apparently Bobby Lashley was going to suddenly defend the United States Championship against Slapjack from Retribution. It literally went on for about 5 minutes, that match, and Bobby Lashley got the Hurt Lock, the Full Nelson, the Bobby Lock, whatever you want to call it, the Hurt Lock we'll call it, and tapped out Slapjack. It's just, what's the point? What is the point? But yeah, Bobby Lashley's still the United States Champion. You know, I think Bobby Lashley's just absolutely dominant. He's unstoppable. The man's unstoppable. But yeah, Bobby Lashley's still the our United States Champion. And the match wasn't inside Hell in a Cell. It just went very, very quick. Just a normal singles match for the United States Championship. But don't forget, Retribution obviously came out, and as soon as Slapjack tapped out and attacked Bobby Lashley, and Mustafa Ali was just there leading it, saying, "Oh, go and attack him." Yeah, that's just simply what was happening there. But yeah, anyway, we finally got our main event of the evening: Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. And I know a lot of people have been waiting for it. The third fight, the trilogy. I assume it was the final fight, but oh my word, how interesting was it? How interesting was it? It was inside Hell in a Cell. Drew McIntyre was making his entrance to the ring. Randy Orton attacked him outside of the cell before the match actually even started. Randy Orton really did want to win that title off Drew McIntyre. And then they got into the ring and they were just going at it straight away. It was absolutely bloody amazing. I really did enjoy it. It was just really enjoyable to watch, and I'm sure a lot of people really did enjoy it, like me and David. And look, it was just absolutely brilliant. It was just absolutely brilliant, and you literally can't take anything away from these two, from what they actually bring into this fight. It's absolutely amazing. Also, at a point in that match, Randy Orton climbed all the way to the top of the Hell in a Cell, persuading Drew McIntyre, saying, "Come on with me." And then Drew McIntyre climbed up, and they had a big brawl on top of the Hell in a Cell. But suddenly Randy Orton wanted to start climbing down the cell. And then Drew McIntyre started climbing down with him. And then what happened? They were having a brawl. When they were trying to climb down, they were both bashing each other's head against the... Well, that was mainly Randy Orton just bashing Drew McIntyre's head against that steel on the Hell in a Cell. Drew McIntyre fell off eventually into the announce table. Absolutely amazing tactics by Randy Orton, and that was just absolutely amazing. But yeah, Drew McIntyre just went flying, but it didn't actually stop Drew McIntyre. He actually managed to get up eventually into the ring. He got a bit... He tried to go for he actually claimed Randy Orton, but Randy Orton did roll outside of the ring just in time before Drew McIntyre could put the cover on him, because he knew he would have been finished. But as soon as Drew McIntyre tried to go for it again, Randy Orton ducked. Drew McIntyre ran through, and then he just saw himself in an RKO. The cover. We went 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is now officially the new WWE Champion. Wow. I was shocked, but I was happy with the result. But what's going to happen with Drew McIntyre, though? Because I also really do like Drew McIntyre. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And that's also made me really want to talk about Raw. And it's got me really excited. It's got a lot of people really, really excited. Especially me and a lot of other people out there as well. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for Raw. It's just going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, I just want to say, I mean, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre was just absolutely amazing. If I'm completely honest with you, yeah, that was just an absolutely amazing fight. But now it's time to officially rank WWE Hell in a Cell 2020. 1 to 4 is bad. 5 to 6 is out. 5 to 6 is average. 7 to 10 is a good show. First, I'm gonna say my match of the night. Oh my god. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. It had to be. It has to be. It's Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. That's my match of the night. And WWE Hell in a Cell 2020 gets a 9 out of 10. It was absolutely amazing. There were quite a few title changes. The Money in the Bank's changed. It's Raw tonight. We're also excited for it. So yeah, I've got to say though, that's got a lot more people going out. That's got a lot more people going out of it talking than it did Clash of Champions. So yeah, I enjoyed that a lot more than I did with Clash of Champions, and it was just absolutely amazing. United2 says Raw will be brilliant tonight. I totally do agree with you. It's going to be absolutely epic. It's going to be absolutely amazing tonight. But yeah, what a show it was last night. What a bloody show it was. And I'm so excited for tonight on Raw. It's going to be absolutely amazing just to see everything which happens. We're now officially on the road to WWE Survivor Series. And that just makes it even better, though, doesn't it? So, yes. Hopefully we might be able to see a Raw review from David tomorrow night. I mean, not tomorrow night. It might be out sometime tomorrow, but I will also be bringing you my NXT Halloween Havoc predictions, which is all going to be interesting as well. So yes. Anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching.